Hi, welcome to Cow-nect. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I am recording this presentation in order to give you a proper vision over the Cow-nect system, as I'm not sure you'll be able to have a working version on your computer, since you would need to create a database, upload the MySQL data onto it, and just the PHP connections. But anyway, I think a tutorial recorded by the person who created the project is always useful and can give you a real overview of its mechanism. So here we are on the main page of the login page. Sorry, it's pretty basic. You just enter your credential and get onto the main page. It's just some basic information you have on the bullet page about what is Cow-nect and how it can help you. This page is responsive, as in you can open it from phone and you'll still have a readable and accessible data and some other menu to navigate to the other pages. So let me show you through the pages. There's currently only 3 tabs here because they're the most important for farmers. We have the calving data as one that farmer would be using to track which cows had their babies, when was the first time they had a baby, what's the last time they had a baby, what's the intervals, calving, which is very useful in farming, just to know if a cow is late or if one cow is about to have a baby, to just keep track of it and make sure to be watching whatever is happening if it's needed, if they need help or something. There's also a tab with the inventory where they can find all the animals they have on their farm at the moment. And there is a table with the indexes. So the indexes are made up by the national organization from each breeds pretty much, and they're updated once a year. So they are sent to the farmers and then updated once a year. The other data are usually either updated quarterly or monthly, depending on the area of the farmers, and they would receive just a very hash file with data not really readable. So I'll talk about that later on. The data is uploaded onto Cow-nect via my PHP admin. The web app data has to be updated manually via the PHP admin and with the SQL file, as I was telling you. The data would usually be updated either once a year or every quarter, depending on the farmer's field. In breeding, there is a sort of national organization that collects and generates those data and send them to farmers every year. The problem with the current situation is that the data is delivered in some unformatted or unreadable way. The national organization are not really up to date from a digital point of view and do not always want to incur costs in dematerialization. As you may have read in my project report, I wasn't able to upload the web app onto the web. It only works on my local host. I have spent hours working at it and I do not really know why it doesn't work. I even asked for help with the college support and we were just not able to understand why it wouldn't connect to the Infinity Free. It's my hosting system, why it wouldn't connect to the MySQL. Last week, a few days before the deadline, I started to panic as I do not have a live version of my code properly working. The application only works on my local host. This is where I decided to put together a Maven project. I knew I was able to create a Java app from the beginning, but I really wanted to have a web app for several reasons. The web app would have been faster. It would have been lighter as well. Like the user could open them on their phones and PC and everything. Since the user would have been farmers with possibly old smartphones, I wanted something easy for them to use, but most importantly, I wanted to teach myself a new language, PHP. Honestly, I've learned a lot about PHP during this project, so that's good. I'm still missing some parts, but I have come from afar. Regarding the new Maven app, I've just used some past materials from last semester distributed system modules, and I was able to create 4 services: login, inventory, pay your bills, and note. With this new app, the user are able to log in, check their inventory, pay your bill, and see their trading shares, for example. I have tried to use simple unary RPC and server-side streaming, client-side RPC, and bidirectional streaming RPC. So in order to have this running, we need to start our servers. Okay. This will get started now. So once all the servers are started, we can run our GUI. Okay. It will take a few seconds to come up, but the menu will show up now. Good. So I've actually created several GUIs here, and I've put them together in one to have like to only start one of them to have access to everything. So you can click here to see your inventory. You have 119 animals. Aurore would be the first one. That's the number of the animal, another animal with their numbers. You can pay a bill by entering all these informations and then submitting it. And it doesn't work if you don't add all the data. You can add a note, as in buy shares, and if, for example, I don't know, the farmers is trading or doing something. And yeah, that's it. So hopefully you'll enjoy the part of reading the code. I've tried to put some comments so it's easier to understand. And yes, you'll find more information in my report. Thank you for watching and have a good day ahead.